Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima 9 Ascension, and when last we left off, we'd finished exploring a town full of fire, doom and desolation, and I was a little bit worried that that town was you after seeing this sign here, but this sign isn't actually saying that you is that way, it's saying that a place that we can't read the sign of is that way, and that you is actually this way. It's not a very good signposting system, but it is a relief to know that you is still standing. At least I hope it's still standing. We're going to be heading this way, into the woodland. To be fair, you is also a place that's always surrounded by woodland, so I should have taken that as the clue that that was not you, and see if we can get there without perishing. Unfortunately, I'm going to know the location of all the threats en route because this is actually the second time I'm trying to record this video. Why the second? Because the first didn't catch my mic audio for some reason. Darn it. Ah well, let us move forward and hopefully do a little better than I did last time. And we'll talk to you first off. Do you have any interesting information for us?
What a beautiful day. I love the smell of the sea air.
No, you don't. You're exactly the same as all the other instances of you everywhere else. So let us move forward and get into a combat, because there are enemies over here. Like you! Aha! And there's you as well. I wanted to see if I could grab the gold, but I couldn't. So we'll just get these. Unfortunately, the first time I did this, the armoured goblin got stuck behind the unarmoured goblin, and it made defeating all these foes a lot simpler. And then there's you, who is taken out with just 3 swipes of this sword, which is marvellous. Now over here are a few goodies, like this rat and what that person died with. Now, the thing that the person died with, I would have thought previously was a good thing, because it's a glass sword. Only it's not a glass sword, because it's broken. Someone informed me that glass swords that look like this are broken, so I'll put this down with perfect balance, and lament that a very powerful item is no more. Ah well, let's carry on exploring. And find another rat. And an area down there where you'd think there'd be some goodies. But I'm not going to go down there because it would take me absolutely ages to get back up. There are some reagents here. These are cloves of wild garlic. I don't think it's just garlic either. There's also ginseng too. And over here are some boxes hidden away. Now I only noticed these because the bit of wall here actually clipped out of existence briefly when I was first exploring. And there is something here that we could potentially want, and that is a scroll of Fireball. We already have Fireball, but hey, being able to cast Fireball just with a scroll can be useful. Doesn't consume our mana, and we don't have any mana right now, which is a shame. Now, let's keep exploring about. There could be all kinds of goodies at the bottom of the sea, but we're not going to risk going there. There's also a vulture swooping down to get some food. And there may be some food for that vulture pretty soon, as we are getting close to a campsite. Now, if we are observant, there's actually some infighting going on between the people who reside in this campsite. Now, everyone in that campsite is going to try and attack us, but those two there are attacking each other. And because one of them is in an elevated position, it doesn't seem like the one with the staff is doing so well. Normally the one with the staff very easily wins, but the one with the sword's doing a good job of having at thee. Now, let's take care of you. Aha! How many hits is it going to take? Probably not many. You can kick me away all you like, sir. You will perish. There's an area up here that I could... Nope. I think instead I'm going to go this way. And go into this cave, where there's a wolf. The wolf is probably going to have at thee with me at some point. But in here is a place of questionable lighting and skeletons. Now the skeletons are very numerous here, and to defeat these I'm going to have to be quite quick in switching away from my weapon to pick up the rib cages of each of these undead. Because those rib cages are the one thing that are very easy to grab that will prevent them from reforming. If there is one rib cage here, it doesn't matter which skeleton it comes from, it will reform with all the other bits of one of them to make a complete skeleton. Also, the lighting here is very questionable. This is probably how the lighting should be. Gloomy and sinister with little bits of smoke here and there. And then suddenly it's all super bright because it's taking the light from outside. Ah well, let's grab the goodies in here. There is a really useful Scroll of Meteorite. And Meteorite, I think, is a very high level spell. That's second, that's third. It's not in the fourth. It's not in the fifth either. It's in the sixth Circle of Magic. We're not going to be casting that spell for quite a while. As for what's in here, the answer is nothing. Money? Money's always good. We'll grab this money if we can. I think we'll have to move all of this first. There we go. And nothing else. There is a place we could bind some magic if we want to. We don't want to. We want to get up to here. And we can do that from the ground area. I think we're far enough away now that we can put all of these rib cages down. Yep, I think we're far enough away. Would you like some bones? I think you would. No bones about it. Let's get out of here before the wolf decides doesn't like that pun. Also, did you notice that? I think the wolf did. That's what the wolf's warning us about, going, "Watch out, Avatar! The void is there!" Yes, some questionable texturing means that we can see beyond the map into the grey infinity beyond. I don't think, however, no, we can't actually get into there, though I bet we could fire an arrow into there if we wanted to. I'm curious, can we fire an arrow into the void? Maybe if we fire a little higher? A little lower? Yes, I think that arrow went into oblivion and disappeared forever. Curious. Well, now let's go this way and have at thee with the foes here. Which of the two actually won? Was it the brigand or was it the... It was you. Not surprised that it was you. You are, after all, capable of more powerful things. We'll grab this gold. And those tankards aren't going to do anything, but the chicken will. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to eat some chicken. And there is a pig. Anyone in here? Oh, there's you. Need to watch out for you. And you've backed up to there. And you've teleported behind me. That's not how this is meant to work. Not how this is meant to work at all. I think you're cheating. In fact, replace think with no. There are some arrows here. And there's you. Sometimes the pigs and various farm animals can clip into the ground somewhat. This pig seems to be managing not to. That's good. Now we're just going to destroy this here. Nothing there at all. Right. And head down to here, where there is another person who's not a big fan of the Avatar. This should not surprise anyone. One hit, taken out. Malthus. Now, over here, there are weapons. There's a cutlass, there is a broadsword, and a scroll that we want, because we want more scrolls of healing. Just gonna... Nope, move that as well. Then we can get that. Okay. Now, a few more boxes, and a small strong box full of goodies. And by goodies, I mean a pile of gold and a healing potion that we're just gonna drink, because I'll forget otherwise. And over here is a crab and a box. The box contains more gold. That is 100 gold and a scroll of light heal. We'll have the scroll. Also a black pearl if you need one. And here is the crab. Sometimes this foe gets closer. You're scared, are you? You probably should be. Nope, not scared at all. Have at the Avatar! Now, the giant crab is something that I don't think we're in a good position to. Maybe if we use a bludgeoning weapon, we can do something, though. Bludgeoning weapon might deal more damage. Nope, I don't think we're doing very well. Much like before, I can't deal with this, so let's just run, shall we? I'm sure the people that reside in this camp will have no problems dealing with that crab later. Are you still chasing me? I think you're trying to chase me. And failing miserably. So let's go and head round the corner, whereupon we're pretty much at you. We're pretty much there. Now, you is just across that bridge, but we're not going across the bridge right now. We're actually going to save, and case in point about the fact that everything went wrong with the recording, I have saves beyond this, to go and face this foe. There is a giant here. Now, I was very lucky originally because the giant got caught on this rock. Giant's not going to get caught on this rock this time, so I'm going to take advantage of archery and see if I can take out the giant. The giant didn't move closer, so I just kept firing arrows. And we're not doing badly, because the giant actually doesn't take a lot of arrows. You'd think that a giant would, but no. Giant's quite weak to ranged combat, and that's a good thing, because you don't want to fight a giant up close. Our reward for this is an axe and a scroll of Wizard Eye. We don't need a scroll of Wizard Eye, we already have Wizard Eye, so let us just drink these potions and carry on exploring, for there is more still to see. Like what's over to the left. We could go straight to you, or we could follow this path and see where it will take us. There is a path here after all. The game believes that you'll head this way. And what is over here but some enemies with bows. Got to serpentine here, Avatar. If you get close enough, they'll start running away in terror. And they don't deal that much damage right now. That said, we're having a bit of difficulty getting to you, but we prevailed. The gold is ours. We can't do... Ah! We're getting shot by another one. I knew there were quite a few, but you're now stuck. Oh no! You managed to pathfind around. Flee, archer, flee! You have now run out of places you can flee to, and victory is mine. Haha! Brilliant. Now, there's you. You're not going to last very long. You dropped 2 piles of gold. That is something I've never seen before. Very curious. Also, bit of a shrub there that is floating in midair. You can't see that now. Is there any more? Oh, hello. Did you literally just spawn in after I defeated you before? Probably did. Now there's you, and there's also here. And, oh no, you were probably from over there. You're probably from over there. Also, slowly getting pelted with arrows. We'll just grab this gold, and then we will deal with you. It's very rude, you know, shooting at the Avatar while he's dealing with wolves. I'll get you. You can whine about all you like. But eventually, you will run out of places to run to, and we will deal with you. Forever. Grab that. Didn't mean to grab that so smoothly, but I'll take it. And now we're going to head this way. This way seems to be a place of importance. There is a sign, after all. And what is here? Desolation is the answer. Desolation and ruin. There are 2 goblins just standing there by a corpse. And more dead people here. Let's have at thee. We shouldn't have a problem dealing with you. You're running quite quickly, but easy to take out. Unfortunately, the goblins will not disturb us while we read this journal. To my dearest son, I fear you will return to a desecrated home. The goblin raids are becoming more frequent and more intense every day. All of the men have gone off to hunt for the goblin camp, but we have little hope that they will return. Most of the women have already left. They believe that by seeking help in you that our prayers will be answered. Sadly, they were told that our problem was not a concern of the people of you. Malthus, I have written you this letter so that you might know what happened to your family. I know that my heart has been empty not knowing what has befallen you. I would not wish that same emptiness on you. I only wish that you had talked to me before running away. We could have worked things out, dear one. I love you, Malthus. Remember me. Your loving mother, Leela. So the people of Yew turned their back on this small community. Apparently, this wasn't their problem. Oh, it most certainly is their problem, because there are now goblins on their doorstep, as well as the giant that we took care of. Also, Malthus seems like a familiar name. I think I may have fought Malthus before. Also, the combat music is because of you. It looked like for a moment there you were just having a sit down. I'm so tired. But actually, no, we just defeated you. Now, in here, there are also the goblins. Oh ho! Yep, they're just falling from that ledge. Loads of goblins now. Do you wish to have at thee with me? You really don't. You appear to be caught in that pillar there. Alright. Have at thee with you. And you. And, oh, you thought you could use that to your advantage, but you couldn't. And there is another one somewhere. Let's grab all this gold first. There's one, I think, over there. Anything nice in here? The answer is there is a treasure chest that contains... Oh, if we don't slide down. And we have to take care of that first. Ooh, Serpentwine. Now, Serpentwine fully heals all of your health and mana, so we'll definitely drink that. As for in here, there is a grand total of nothing. Now let's go over here and find you. You might be the last goblin here. I think you are the last goblin here. You can try to hide, but you're ultimately going to try and attack me and fail. That was a poor decision. A poor decision. Also, there are ingots. Of what metal? Why, ingotium, of course. Ingotium is the most powerful of the generic metals. It's very useful for things. Do I want to go over there? Doesn't look like there's anything over there but ruined things and disappointment. So, we will instead go up here and around to gain access to this upper area that we could have in theory gone to first. Also, watch out for the gap here. It's a doozy. Almost failed. And there is some chain armor, which we don't need, and a hammer with a pair of black pearls. Don't need the black pearls. Now that we know how to save our reagents, we never need any more reagents ever again. So let us leave here. Nothing more for us to get, except into more fights with goblins. And we don't want to get into more fights with goblins. We are going to get into more fights with some archers, however, as I think the archers will have respawned from us being here. Well, you've certainly respawned. Well, we're not going to have at thee with you. Instead, we're going to go around to here. And a small area that leads to a place full of arrows. And somebody else who decided to try and defend themselves with a glass sword. Whatever foe they faced was a truly significant one. Enough that a glass sword would not save them. But then again, glass swords only last for one hit. So the first foe probably perished. It was just all the other foes afterwards. Now, here is a way into a small dungeon. But there is a metal gate blocking the path. There are, however, some very obvious things that we can light. We can light this, and it will open the way in. And so, when we come back, folks, we will go into this cave and keep exploring around you, because while you can just go straight into you and ignore all these locations, there have already been a number of places that have rewarded us going off the beaten path onto, admittedly, a slightly less beaten path, because there were paths leading to that mining place and here, to go and find goodies and get a little bit more gold, because we can always do with more gold. The cobwebs, however, don't make me happy to go in here because spiders. And if you're guessing there are spiders, oh my, are there spiders in there. Lots and lots of them. The gold value and a few minor things won't be the same between the end of this one and the start of the next. Such is the way of re-recording things, but sometimes that's just what happens. And so, when we come back, exploring here and beyond. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.